Magician!
Hey YouTube, Dog Magician 84 here for the tournament report. Dog Magician didn't do as well as I would have liked, but still, I'm fine with the result, I suppose. There were a load of unexpected decks, which is to be expected, I suppose. Was not happy that Sky Strikers were there, not gonna lie. I mean, Sky Strikers? Come on! This is supposed to be a chilled tournament. There's nothing chill about Sky Strikers in any way whatsoever. It does too many things that don't let anyone play. I mean, I potentially could have been okay if I had my counters to Ash and other things. Actually, that's a thought. Why Ash Blossom is even allowed is beyond me as well. But at least I got to see some funny side cards, Karibo and Wing Karibo, because I was anticipating some OTK decks. But I guess there weren't any really, although one of the guys was playing Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, which of course has an OTK play, but didn't get that matchup, of course. Shame really, would have liked it to see a classic clash of Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, but that didn't happen. Help. And like I said, I even had my counters to Ash Blossom, plus I also plan to use Prohibition, Declare Ray, but I never got the chance to. I was hoping by doing that I could just shut down his whole deck, but it didn't happen. Stupid Ash stopped my Magic Karibo. But then again, I feel like not using Secrets of Dark Magic in open game state cost me the game either. Like, I really fucking hate multi-roll. Like, if it wasn't for that card, I could have got out the Dark Magicians on that turn, and it could have changed everything. Like, had I remembered that, things could have been different. But yeah, it was just a complete wash. I might have to make the request to get Ash Blossom and Sky Strikers banned, I think. Then I had the buy win, story of my life. I always get the buy. It's so shit, I want to play someone. Luckily I didn't have to wait that long, as even though there's also 45 minutes in the Swiss rounds, the matches generally finish quickly, so at least I didn't have to wait for long. Then I got pitted against Jack, the same guy who used the Time Thief suit ships back in March when I played with Cybers. A lot of the Generaider cards really threw me off. So I'm just trying to look something up real quick. Now, I did see on one of the Xyz monsters during round 2 attach a card from the Field and Grave to it. So I was trying to be clever in game one. I thought I could get round it, especially since I had Dark Magician the Dragon Knight on the field, but it completely backfired. What does it say? Then attach cards from anywhere on the field in the graveyard that had. So that hold on. Then you can attach cards from any field and or graveyards to that special summoned monster as material, up to the number of materials this card had. Yeah, I thought I was trying to be clever. Then again, I guess it was kind of a foolish move anyway. I was trying to stop him attaching this Dark Magician, but it completely backfired. I feel like even if it did work in the way I assumed it did, it would have attached Eternal Soul anyway. And the fact that it doesn't talk, it is fucking bullshit. Like, it just hard counters Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Yeah, I shouldn't have activated Eternal Soul. That mistake cost me game one. I mean, at least I managed to win game two, but well, game three he just had better cards on hand, and there was no way I could play around his finishing move. I was hoping I could time it and try and banish whatever he summoned with Circle, but the timing wouldn't have worked in my favour. Especially since the effect of Levitate is a quick effect. Yeah, it just wasn't great. Very gutted. I guess Generaider's a kind of a bad matchup for Dark Magician. I mean, I had ways to stop the Xyz monsters, I just didn't draw them. And I do wish I sided in Caught by the Grave and Prohibition, so that I could have stopped Ash Blossom. I kind of suspected he might have had it, and was low-key hoping he didn't play it, but of course he did, so that's another mistake. I should have put those cards in. Not great at all. Yeah. Throughout most of this tournament, I just made so many mistakes that cost me the game. So annoyed with myself. These things picked up in the fourth and final round against Keller playing Watts, even though I kind of done goofed as well. Yeah, What Kingdom threw me off. I didn't realise that it negated monster effects in the same column, and I got my positioning all wrong in game two. So what I should have done was put my hard in one of the two middle zones, so that way Master of Chaos would be in a zone that's not in the same column. Because, yeah, obviously the plan was to use Master of Chaos's effect to banish his What monsters. The Chimera was scary though, but thankfully his life points were low enough to take the game anyway, so I think I was very lucky to win game two. So, yeah, at least I got a match win after being bullied by Sky Strikers and making stupid mistakes in the earlier rounds. So, you know, 2 wins, 2 losses. Like I said, I'm fine with that. But yeah, ultimately it didn't really matter how I did. It was still fun for what it was, and that's all I just wanted to do, just have some fun. And bring Dark Magician back into tournament play, as it's been so long. And luckily I don't have to worry about Bestials, Kashtira or Runic, since those bullshit decks are not allowed. I feel like the Dark Magician might need a bit more redemption though, but that will have to wait until I've had some fun with my other decks. I'm going to use either Magician Girls or Cats next time, and just alternate between them until I can get a tournament win with either of them. Or maybe just alternate between each of my remaining 4 decks over the next, 4 tournaments. Just so that way I can get the fun of my hero decks out of the way. Just got to remember to take out Zeus and Super Poly for when the time comes. But I might have to be more prepared if Sky Strikers are going to be played. I think I need to put together a better side deck. Then again, I didn't even know Sky Strikers were going to be played. Of course, if it does get banned, then I won't have to worry, but I'm going to need something to help me specifically counter them, otherwise. Something to deal with Generaiders, I don't know, as Jack has quite a few different decks, so he's not likely to use the same deck over and over again. I mean, I know the other players are likely to switch. I mean, Keller has a few different decks. The Chaos Max player, Harrison, I know at least has 2, because he was playing Vampires last week, and he did play Chaos Max this week. Whether he has any others, I don't know. But yeah, it is a shame, like I said, that I didn't get paired against Harrison. But then again, if he sticks with Chaos Max, I can go with the next best thing, use Magician Girls against it. But yeah, that's basically the plan. Won't matter how I do with my hero decks. But yeah, other than that, the goal will be to try and win at least one of those tournaments each with Magician Girls and Cats. So we shall see how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to upload these games now, so thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the games I filmed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Magician YouTube channel.